So, a very good evening to all of the aspirants of the SCAP Center, or we can say SCAP Online Educational Program. We are very delighted to for having the contents because of your love, support, and affection, and we deliberately are very excited because we gathered the inquiries in various formats via mail and various social media platforms that encourages us to develop the content as per the requirement of the candidates seeking the knowledge either for engineering entrances as well as after the engineering graduation, post graduation, and recently we have some scholars or research scholars also that are seeking for PhD degree. So when different domain of knowledge have been gathered under one roof, like us, we continuously explore ourselves also so that we can meet the requirements, so that we can satisfy your requirements, your knowledge requirements, and give our 100% effort towards the proper recovery of the solution, or we can say proper delivery of the solution. Okay, so in this regard, nothing to not a very big conversation on this note. Just begin what we are here, why we are here, to acknowledge your requests regarding knowledge, regarding some questions, regarding some technical questions. Today, as an aspirant, I am just seeking for the aspirant for of MTech. He is doing MTech in software engineering from a university in MP, Madhya Pradesh, and that student, or we can say, because now these scholars are of much age, so but for us, everyone who is asking the question for us is aspirant, and we welcome all of these aspirants, and wanted to serve with the full capacity so that their thirst for, or we can say their eager to learn, should be maintained, and they continuously explore the knowledge in a proper way. Okay, so not speaking much of that, just come to the problem. That the problem here is that what I directly come to the point what that aspirant asks from us. That problem belongs to a software engineering domain. This software engineering domain also persists in BTech CS curriculum. I think it is an IT curriculum also. It is in BCA as well as MCA also. So these are common subjects, but standards have been met, and certain much more advancements have been taught to the students at different levels. Like in BCA, or we can say in undergraduate level, the level of problems are different. At MTech level or PG level, or the level of solutions and level of problems are different. At PhD level, the level of problems are different. So what the aspirant asks from us is, here is the question. Just not look at that at this time. Look at this question only. I want to just focusing on that. Now the question is, consider a project with the following functional units. Here a terminology has been asked, or we can say the question has been asked keeping in mind that the aspirant has well-versed knowledge of the functional units and functional points in software engineering. I again repeating that this question is of software engineering. It comes under the domain of the software engineering, and the question said that consider a project with the following functional units. These functional units have been mentioned here. These functional units have number of user inputs, number of user outputs, number of user inquiries, number of user files, and number of external interfaces. The quantities have been given regarding these numeric quantities have been given regarding the user, or we can say the functional units, that these points have been given considering them as a functional, that these are the functional units, and these functional units have been given in numerical form, that number of user inputs are 50, number of user outputs are 40, number of user inquiries are 35, number of user files are 6, number of external interfaces are 4, or we can say 4. So and after that listed in the question that assuming all the complexity adjustment factors. Okay, so here the question says that assuming all the complexity adjustment factors, we call it in the engineering sciences as CAF, complexity adjustment factors, assuming all the complexity adjustment factors and weighing factors, या weighting factors weighing factors कहते हैं, as low. Now in the question it has been asked as low. It might be possible that it has been asked for average also, okay, or high also. These all the possibilities can be. Assuming all the complexity adjustment factors and weighing factors as low, compute the functional points for the project. Compute the functional point. Given the functional units and you have been asked to find the functional points. So the first what the examiner is seeking for, what is the motive of the examiner to ask the question, is two things here have been solved. After asking this question, the examiner checks the ability of the aspirant, that whether he or she knows the differentiation between the functional units as well as function points, as well as if these quantities are written in the numerical, have a numerical magnitude, then what is the physical significance of the functional points for calculation of the project, or we can say for estimation of the project, either the project is good or bad or feasible or not. Okay, so this question basically signifies the fact that what is the concept of the functional points as well as functional units in the estimation of the project, or we can say in the measurement of the project or suitability of the project, as well as what is the aspirant knows very well about the user input, user output, user inquiries, user files and external interfaces. So with the help of by asking this question, this type of question, the examiner, or we can say the question developer, wants to acquire the knowledge from the aspirant whether he or she knows all these forms or not. So if you see here deliberately that after asking this just one question, the examiner obtains answers for 3-4 questions that are very logical with respect to a software project management, or we can say software project analysis. So now we are going to solve for this question, as well as we will counterpart the fact that what is the significance of these functional units for the project, and what is actually the function points regarding a project, and what is the physical significance of this function point related to the project. Okay, so that's why I have been written the heading, the concept of function points in software engineering. Okay, so because I felt that this question has been asked from us because most of the faculties in the engineering sciences might not solve the numerical problems in the software engineering. That's why general hypothesis, when we are also in the study phase, in a student phase, we can say there is also a study phase nowadays also. A teacher or a faculty is always a learner from my perspective. But if we talk about when we in the student phase, in my BTech or we can say my MTech, we often see that the software engineering has been considered that this is a theoretical subject, but actually it is not. Okay, so we later on in this video we will see how this perspective can be solved mathematically, and what are the mathematical formulas that solve this question. Okay, let's find out the solution for this question. Okay, now looking towards the broader picture, just want to introduce the concept of function points in software engineering. In the lieu of that, what is asked from the question, we deliberately see that 5 function units have been mentioned here, and now to solve this question we must know that what is the individual significance of each and every functional unit. If we know by the concept, then we will definitely reach to a conclusion with a concept. Okay, so in the by proceeding to it, we have number of user inputs given 50 units. Now what is the number of user input in a function unit? So I have mentioned in the listing form here, inputs we have drawn 5 functional units that are used to compute the functional point. And if you know what is a functional point for a software project management is like a rupee. We can say a currency that measures the intent of a stimulus. If we say that this person is rich, how we will judge that he is rich? Because he has more money. So money is the criteria that judges that a man is rich or poor. Similarly, if we say that this thing is far apart or this is very close, how we will monitor it? Because far apart things have more distance, and distance has been measured in the form of kilometers, millimeters, centimeters, meters. So like that, centimeter, meter and kilometer, these are the measurement units that suggest the intensity of the input stimulus and that justifies that this thing is viable or not to be covered. Okay. Similarly, the thing we can say function point is like a measurement quantity that specifies that this project is feasible, viable or not. Now what are the important categories, or we can say function points will calculate what, or what are the quality parameters for function points, or we can say the importance of function points, how the function points have been classified and how they can be used for the estimation of the project quality, or we can say estimation of the project measures. So function points have been used in computing the project, or we can say is a measurement of a project in the form of 4 criteria. First is productivity, second is quality of service, third is cost, and fourth is documentation. Okay, so how productivity has been measured in form of function points? Productivity encounters number of function points per person per month. Okay. Similarly, quality of service parameter signifies defects per function point. Cost signifies rupees per function point, as well as documentation signifies pages of documentation per function point. So I will list them also in the board. You can, after pronunciating that, you can easily imagine what is the significance of function point with respect to a project. We can say a project can be measured physically in the form of these 4 parameters also. If these 4 parameters have been sophisticatedly measured, then we can predict the outcome of the project with respect to a client. Okay, so what I have mentioned, 4 parameters for judging the quality of project. These are productivity, quality of service, cost and documentation. So productivity easily signifies how much productive is the project. Is the project capable of scaling, or we can say it's a scalable project and satisfying the needs of the customer indeed in current scenario. This is the productivity part. Second is the quality of service parameters. When we study the software engineering, the quality of service signifies what kind of expectations that can be solved with the help of software engineering. Either it can be solved during alpha testing, acceptance testing, beta testing or functional testing. Okay. And what is the cost of the, definitely cost benefit analysis is the major perspective of the software project or any project, because if the cost must not exceeds the, we can say, the selling of the project, or we can say the sales output of the project. As well as documentation, proper documentation. When we talk about the software project or any kind of project, documentation incorporates the manuals and very other kind of things that apart from the just from the client side, but also from the administrator side. Okay, so if we talk thoroughly about these points that meet the physical conditions of a project, that are easily can be manageable, that if a project can be tested on the basis of these 4 parameters, its quality or its significance, its viability can be easily understood with the help of in the perspective of the client. Okay, now for these parameters, to obtain these parameters, we just these 4 parameters with the help of our function points. Like productivity is the function point per person in months. Okay, like the concept is similar to the work days paradigm that we encounter in the quant aptitude, like how many days work can be accomplished by this kind of person and that. So this is productivity, that is and the second is quality of service, that is defects per functional point. There is also judging factor, cost is rupees per function point, and in documentation is pages of documentation per function point. Now what is the significance of the pages of the documentation? Because it increases the space complexity of the project. We have to check also the space complexity of the project, because in computer science, 2 complexities are mostly maybe we can say these 2 complexities are most typical thing to be analyzed, and based on the basis on these 2 complexities, the efficiency of the project has been measured at each and every phase of the project development life cycle. Okay, so when we see that these 4 quantities that judge a project is directly related to the function point, so you can easily understood that how a function point is important for a software project management. Okay, so now the thing is, when we talk about we are dealing with this kind of question, that's why this is obtained is asked to obtain the function point for the project. Now when we sort out these 5 points, input signifies, what is the input signifies? Information entering the system. That signifies the number of user inputs, that is 50. This means that 50 persons or 50 nodes are entering the information into the system. What system? Either we can talk about solely an information system, any kind of information system. Output information leaving the system. Number of user outputs is 40. 40 nodes has been outputted or generate the output. Okay, that is the integer value of that. Number of nodes we can say, number of units or we can say. So basically the term that is more important is the user input, user output, user inquiries, user files, external interfaces. These are the main significance or we can say the main things that to be considered. So user input signifies if we have, now see that if we have, this is an information system, consider it as a black box. This is an information system. So input signifies the information, number of nodes of information entering the system. Output signifies number of nodes of output, number of units of output leaving the system. Inquiries, what is the meaning of inquiries? Inquiries signifies request for instant access to the information. Now what is the meaning of instant access? Instant access, or we can say, what is the meaning of instant access? Now here the instant access signifies when we made a software, then we leave certain interrupts, or we can say we have certain priority for our task. If that priority has been solved, that has been sorted out, that after this has been done, after this has been done, then our whole process have been conducted in a smooth manner. So the thing is, we have conducted inquiries. Just consider inquiries as a request from the user, and this request is apart from the input. This is not the input. This is apart from the input that has been generated either randomly or in dynamic fashion. But this request has been solved as per the interrupt service routines of this information system. Okay. If it is a maskable, then it can be masked and other job can be done. But this request is non-maskable, then it has to be serviced first by the interrupt service routine. So that's why we have kept apart the request and the input side. Okay. Now the thing is, this is the purpose of inquiries. These inquiries request for instant access. That's why I have written instant access. Okay, that is, we have committed the system for dynamic purpose also. Okay, now the third is internal logical files. What is the meaning of internal logical files? That is being here is number of user files. Okay, internal logical files is the number of user files. What is the meaning of internal logical files? That is the information held within the system. Now, this input has been transferred to this information system, that is a black box. What information that is we can say that is persistent in this information system, or what information that has been cached, or we can say that has been saved in this information system. And this information that is saved in this information system, that is in the memory, either in the main memory or in cache, or any kind of auxiliary memory also. So basically this is the amount of information that is withheld with this information system. Okay, that is the number of user files that are being held in this information system for the project. Now the fifth is external interface files. These external interface files are those files or those information units that are held by other systems, that are not acquired by this, and that is not holded by this information system for long, or we can say persistent, but they are kept in any other information support system. Suppose IS1 is another information system, and this information, suppose information I have I1, this information, it is stored in this information system IS1, and we need this information system, or we can say we need this information I1 that is holding by this information system IS1, but we need at any moment this information I1 in this information system IS, in our information system. Now this kind of files are kept under external interfaces files. Okay, the external interfaces files signifies the files that are needed by our information system, but our current information system are not holding that. This kind of procedures have already been deployed by the BTech first year students when we ask about the C, when we invoke the remote procedures, or in the Java when we have remote procedure calls, remote functions that are gathered from any other function units or any other class files, and we import that function whenever we need it. It's of two purposes. First purpose is there is no need to hold all the files in our IS, so that its space complexity will definitely be reduced. So only important files that regularly being needed has been held by this information system. Some files that are general files that are held by any other shareable system, we can commute, or we can say we can arise remote procedure call from this information system, so that this I1 file has been transferred to this information system as a proxy, either as a proxy or in some manner we can say can be transferable, can establishes a link, so that this I1 can be accessed by this IS information system. But the main thing is that this I1 file has not been held by this IS system permanently. This is held by in any other information system IS1. This is any other information. That's why this is called external interface files. Information held by other systems but used by system being analyzed. Now this is the basic thing. This is written as number of external interfaces. Okay. So the one more thing here is important to depict, that number of external interfaces also includes the links. When we talk about links, we definitely have a notation of hyperlinking, AHREF kind of thing that has been arises during HTML programs, where HTML programs uses this kind of reference links to invoke the procedures, or we can say to invoke the pages that have been located remotely on a remote system, or either on a local system, but have been given the links so that they can be used at the proper places. So this external interfaces also includes the links to the external files also. So this is a very important thing, something sometimes interviewer may ask either the external interfaces file contains the links or not. Yes, it contains the links also apart from the file. So this is like something like that when we study the communication networking perspective. When we have a data packet contains not only the data or payload but also the header and trailer portion also. Okay, this is like that. So this is very important because this has been done because it contains the we can say the address from where the data have been, or from where the file has been taken. Okay, so this is a kind of a security perspective that has been added in the external interfaces files. Now when we talk about what are these function units, now the important thing is what is the importance of this functional unit in a software engineering, or we can say a software project. I have already been mentioned that it measures the quality, or we can say it measures the functionality of a software from user's point of view. It measures, I again repeating that, if anyone wants to note it down, then the physical significance of the computation of the functional point is that the functional point, the computation of the functional point measures the functionality of a software from user's point of view. What a user wants, what a user request, and what the user gets from the software. This is the measurement of that. That has been already been cleared when we talk about the examples of the centimeter, millimeters, and distance. Okay. Now, the thing is, you have to solve this question, and this question requires a simple mathematical logic. A formulation is there. First thing, assuming all the complexity adjustment factors and weighing factors as I have already been written that complexity adjustment. What are the complexity adjustment factors? So because in the question it has been asked that assuming all the complexity adjustment factors and weighing factors as low. So it can be low, it can be either in the average category or it can be a high category. So it can be in the problem. But the thing is, what is complexity adjustment factor that has been asked here in the question. So complexity adjustment factors, we have 14 criterias. Listen very carefully. We have 14 criterias depicting what should be the project estimate. Is the project is going to feedback or not? Is the project meet the certain points or not? These kind of 14 points have been listed, and based on these 14 points, I think I will deliver you in a very precise manner what type of 14 points should be. Is data communication required in the project? Does the system require backup and recovery modules? Have the system have feed forward module or feedback modules? Are master file updated online or on time? What are the space complexity factors for the master files? These all the 14 factors, these 14 factors that has been judged for a particular factor, that for a particular project, and that is put under the complexity adjustment factors. Based on these 14 points, we have a formula for the calculation of this complexity adjustment factor. CAF is equals to 0.65 plus 0.01 into sigma Fi, where I is equals to 1 to 40. Now, these 14 points have been bifurcated. But what is Fi? The first thing is, what is Fi that has been added for 14 times? Fi signifies the degree of influence of these parameters on the project. I am just repeating that. Fi signifies the degree of we can say degree of influence of these 14 parameters on the project, or we can say it is based on the responses to the questionnaires that has been asked in these 14 questions regarding a project. So what is the magnitude of this Fi? So Fi has been, we can say Fi has been bifurcated, and or we can say Fi has been segmented in the 5 modules. Okay, say 0 to 5, 6 modules we can say. Okay, 0 to 5. Fi has been classified into 0 to 5 in magnitude. Now what is 0 signifies? That is signifies the no interface, that is no influence. no interface or no influence. Then is we can say very incidental influence. Then we have moderate influence. Then we have average influence. Then we have significant influence. Okay, and then essential influence. So if you see closely that these five factors signifies the intensity, or we can say Fi signifies the impact of measures the influence of these questions over the project. So if we talk about the as a low, we have asked assuming all factor as a low. The low comes under the, we can say, instantaneous incidental influence. If we talk about moderate, or we can say average, then we take the module 2, 0, 1 and 2 here. Okay, we can do here 2, and since it is 1 to 14, if we talk about function as a low, and low comes under the incidental influence, so 1 times 14, 1 into 14, that comes this value Fi. In this manner CAF has been computed. If you repeat this question, this concept, that you can easily judge. Another thing is that you can contact me to clarification for more clarification. So next is the important thing is that how 0.65 have been come and how 0.5 has been added. So this comes under the conceptual mode of software engineering that we will discuss through thorough lectures. Okay. Now currently here I am here just to solve this question so that the problem can be solved in a definite time domain. Okay. If you want to know this, actually this is very static thing, always being present. Only dynamic thing is this Fi. So how Fi can be computed, I have already stated that there. If you know about this can be explored in the next in any further lecture whenever it has been asked. Okay. Now after getting CF, because why CF has been needed? Now CF has been put here. CF has been multiplied with this computation of function point when we use summation of function units into weighing factor. Now computation of function point is equals to summation of functional units into weighing factor, or we can say summation of the function units into corresponding weighing factors into CF. So this summation signifies, if we talk about summation, the summation till there, and after summation we multiplied with this obtained CF. CF have been computed explicitly, then multiplied with this function units into weighing factor, corresponding weighing factor multiplication. Okay. Now the thing is, what is this function unit into weighing factor? The magnitude of the function unit has been given here in the question. What is the weighing factor? Weighing factor have been allotted like that of we emphasize on the intensity of this input-output inquiries, internal logical files and external interfaces file. Okay. If we talk more about how can it be computed, then like we judge a student performance with the help of our attainment level programs, that has been frequently these things have been frequently done in the accreditation process. Like we judge the performance of the student based on their attendance, based on their percentage marks, and we obtain attainment level for that student regarding to a particular subject. Like that, we emphasize the weighing factor according to these 5 functional units. Okay. So the if these we have a definite data sheet for that. If you put your software engineering any kind of book, you can easily search for the data set, or we can say data table for the functional units. There have been written at that for specific input, if an input is given, then for low category the magnitude is 3 of the weighing factor. For output, for low, that is given 4 is the weighing factor. So for each these 5 function units, we have weight factor allotted in a data set, or we can say in a data table of the weighing factor corresponding to the function unit. For each functional unit, we have weighing factor depending upon the three criteria, either low or moderate or average and high. That has been asked here for low. If we talk about high, we have, if this question have been asked, this data set has been provided to you, and you have to multiply that weighing factor here with the corresponding functional unit to obtain the, we can say, this enigma, this is summation, and how much summation units will be there? Obviously 5 will be there, so it will be added by 5 times for each function unit. Okay, so the thing is, this is called, this only, we can say, if I can point it down, this thing has been explicitly called as unadjusted functional points. Unadjusted functional points. Okay, these are called unadjusted functional points, and this thing is called unadjusted functional points. And after computation for these functional units and computation of unadjusted function points for these function units, finally have been multiplied by this CAF. Okay, this CAF have been multiplied after calculating the unadjusted functional points to compute the final function points, to compute the measured quantity for a software project. Now I have been written in the next format that what I have just say that the function points importance related to the criterias or measurements of a software project. Now coming to the point in a very urgent manner, in a way we can say in a very immediate manner, what is the importance, why we are computing the function points? So this has been discussed in the earlier portion also, but I am just discussing that because it can be very clear in mind that what we are going to achieve and why we are just computing these kind of why we are doing this complex things, complex mathematical things. So the importance of this function point, what I have been told, or we can say what I want to deliver to you, that 4 parameters, these 4 parameters depict the project in a very physical manner, that why a person choose to build a project, and after, on the basis of what, that he or she is going to do certain thing that is going to be viable for a specific customer. Okay, these things, these 4 things meets the physical perspective of a project. Now this physical perspective of the project now maps to the technical perspective of the project that has been covered under the software engineering process. Now the productivity of the project, everyone wants that a project should be productive, but in what basis? That a product, or we can say a project, can be optimal with respect to the customer's point of view. It can satisfy the customer demands in a definite span of time, obviously, in a definite span of time, in a definite storage capacity also. So productivity signifies, now this is the physical definition of productivity related to a project, but this productivity of project has now been modeled with the help of function point, like function point per person months. This sounds like that of what we have studied during workdays concept in our aptitude, quant aptitude. Okay, so you can see this function point concept has been depicted in the form of solves the judgment for productivity of the project. Okay, so the number of function point that we gathered, like in the previous computation, per person months signifies the productivity of the project. Okay, so this can be mapped by the workforce. Now the second quality of judging quality parameter is the quality of service. Quality of service signifies defects per function points. Now again see that number of function points that have been calculated in the previous section has not been deployed here to compute the quality of service parameter. That solely signifies the defects arises in the project, either during alpha testing or during beta testing or during black box testing, or we can say functional testing, or either through acceptance testing for a specific kind of a project. Okay, so how this quality of service parameter is related to the function points, like defects per function point. We can say defects directly relate to the quality of service parameter with the help of this function point. Now third is cost, very important cost benefit analysis that has been done in the project. This is also related to the function point with the help of rupees per function point. It is the cost estimation for a project. So I am going to just deliver that how function point is important in the plays an important role in the development of quality of service parameters related to a project, physical qualities parameters related to a project. These all parameters directly related to the project in an analogous form. Now we are dealing with, since we are engineers, so we deal with them in a very specific quantity. These specific quantity are the function points. And fourth, but not the least, is the documentation perspective that solely relates to the space complexity of the project, and this is related to the function point as pages of documentation per function point. That is also related to the function point. So after seeing this for a project, these criteria for the project, you can easily you can have easily conclusion in your mind that how we can say how we can magnitudely judge the performance of a project on the basis of some magnitude, and we obtain a certain quantity, so that we can easily use either it by a statistical way, by a bar graphs or pie chart, Gantt chart, or we can easily see with the help of difference that if this amount is going to be this project is very fruitful. Obviously, if we talk about the productivity, if more the function points, more the productivity. Okay, more function points per person per month means more labor, or we can say more productive will be the project, but it also have the more, we can say more persons have been deployed to obtain the output of the project in a definite amount of time. We have certain parameters for that also, so we can judge these parameters based on this function point, this category of this function point. So okay, we have quality of service. If more defects per function point has been arising, means that the project has certain drawbacks during its manufacturing, either through delivery, transmission, or through any kind of things are that. But it has, for a good quality of service parameter, we have less function points, obviously, but so we have less defects per function point. Sorry. Okay. So function points, there is a statistical role there. If we talk about the cost, if it has more function points, obviously baat hai, more rupees per function point, then the cost, it will cost more. But it might be possible that at this cost, the project is also made up with a very fine parts, or it can solve the things in a very less, or we can say in a very reduced time. So function point is a very statistical measure. We can't predict that if function point is more, for that productivity might be possible that it will cost here more, but might it be possible that this makes the project in a very fine manner also. So if we relate it with in a very we can say layman method, if we talk about every quality thing, then obviously a quality thing is costly rather than a non-quality thing being met with a low cost. The thing is very simple as that. The person who wants more quality have to spend more. But what is the parameter on which we measure that quality is the function point. I think I want to explain as much as a capacity of mine. If any student have to be in his or her mind that this concept is not of very much clear in her or his or her mind, that can contact me. I am always available. It might be possible that it takes some time because I will see my mails and social media platforms after my working hours, so it might be possible it takes some time, but definitely it is, I am promising you, and I will promise to each and every candidate that anyhow in any manner his or her query will be solved within one day, either by me or by my team. Okay, thank you for watching and thank you for listening to my words. Very thank you to you.